Good afternoon, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. Today on Afternoon FFR, we have a wonderful match set for you with Dengwoo taking on Spellzapp. I'm joined in the booth with good friend Edgeworth. How are you doing today?
How dare you call me a good friend?
I didn't know what to call you. I was struggling there. I was grumpy old man Edgeworth.
Yeah,
This is
that's more like it. Come on, make with the insults.
two grumps in the afternoon with FFR. All right. So, what do you think of these party comps, Edge?
Can we do the CC special? Can we just run Thief White Mage?
So, Spellzapp has his party in the order that it was drafted. The runners here, I don't know if they were going to draft until I asked if they were going to draft in the SRL room, and they both just sort of said, "Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that." And a coin flip later, Spellzapp defers the first pick to Dengwoo, who took a white mage. Spellzapp replied with Thief White, and I was really hoping Dengwoo would just go all in and pick another white mage, but he went with the fighter.
He could have double Thief too. There's two katanas for a reason,
right?
But no, this is so this is all your fault. Thanks.
Yep, and I had the pleasure of rolling the seed, so we'll see if our runners trust the meta of the implied Earth and Marsh cave. Marsh, Earth. There's some we could backronym that with meta. But so no early black magic is going to be on the table for these runners. So they're hoping for a low level fade. We're hoping for a level 8 fade. The gate is down. We'll see what happens when they get to Canaria.
Yeah, it's also important to check the early black magic as well. If there's no early faster temper, this is also going to be pretty miserable. And that thief is going to be very, very dead.
Yeah, when I shared that in the SRL room, they Spellzapp kindly replied that good thing that the power bonk is incentivized. Well, here we go.
All right, straight to the king.
I love it. This is a Thor hammer. Big brain time.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Modest brain time. Fear and mute strats. We got harm too as well, so that's something.
Yeah, we got a way to get through the early game here. Just go grind in Temple of Fiends.
Looking longingly at that Ice 3 in Quad X.
Mm-hmm. Picking up probably a Parafalchion. Oh, a Falchion and a Scimitar. Okay, just the Scimitars. See, I always get confused on these early swords that don't have icons as to which one's the best one. Is the Scimitar the best of the iconless early game swords?
I think the Falchion is the best thief sword that you can buy. So.
Alright. Spellzapp looking for a way to get rid of some of these white mages, I guess. And
getting them poisoned is pretty good.
We have to get the wrong one poisoned. We want Dang to go down, not Zoe.
The wrong kid died.
Dengwoo making the walk to Temple of Fiends once again, and the imps with stun. Was that the Sun Touch and then Blizzard? That's
it was awful no matter what it was. So maybe has the right idea here. All right, enjoy that heal potion.
Hey, this is level 2 right here. Oh, we didn't buy Harm 3.
No, we didn't.
That's still level 2.
Scimitar Squad representing. Scimitar Squad. Dead AF.
Oh boy. And at least we got to save right outside, so he knows there's nothing in the top left, and there's a cabin, so how would you attack this Garland with this party comp? Just spray and pray, or?
I mean, I'm kind of sitting at level 2 right now. I might strongly consider Yeah, just get level 2 and then go to Provoca. Maybe you get lucky. Level 2 should be good enough to get you past the pirates.
Yeah. And it'll be a good way to get those characters down if we want to limit the size of this party to 3 members.
How about Unrunnables on the sea? That feels good. And how about the Group 8? That feels good too.
So I can't even take credit for this early game being rough. This is all done by these 2 runners with Ice 3, Bane, and Quad X at level 1. They could have had better than this.
Oh, there's life and there's harm 1.
And
We're going
Ruse.
backwards. Alright, Spellzapp is going right for Dan's strats.
Yeah.
And Deng is just hoping there's nothing. Or maybe he is hoping there's something on Garland, because out come the mute.
It's good to be a nice preemptive strike there, and it lands. Garland, not the best MDef in the world. We got a Cure 3 in the back pocket there on Thunder.
And meanwhile, Spellzapp needed about twice as much health as he had. So
yeah.
That didn't work. Or 1 piece of armor.
So I think Dang's got a pretty good chance here to get through this Garland. He's doing pretty decent damage with that Scimitar on the fighter. Getting about 23-25 damage a round. Got it, yeah, there it is. I was going to say, you can't expect Garland to have much more than 100 HP.
Yeah, chiseling away, and we'll find out what the princess has.
That was worth it.
That feels good. Alright, certainly something that we couldn't have done, like an hour from now.
But we got a little bit of money now. We can buy an Iron Shield if we wanted to go big brain.
But what if it was the floater or the Thor hammer, which might be even better in this instance?
Thor hammer would probably be super ideal to find early with nothing happening here for magic that helps us in combat in a meaningful way.
So yeah,
there's stuff that helps us.
Dengstrat's working out, and now it's Spellzapp's turn for Garland, who doesn't seem to have any sort of script, so this should go alright.
We're gonna see the Falchion verse the Scimitar strats.
Is that thief just punching?
He's doing his best. And Dengwoo forgetting that he has the canoe already, just walking around that J-shaped river.
Doesn't want to get into any river encounters. It's fine. There's a light axe.
Hey, so another harm.
For everyone.
Another harm spell.
I mean, we're ready for Peninsula of Power, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we got 3 harms.
Really doesn't want to take a river encounter.
Yeah, the muscle memory thing is real. I take the what is it, the Zozo Melman path through Melman, regardless of whether it's on or off.
Worth pointing out, Zozo Melmond is not on for this entire tournament, so no Melmond grind, which would be a viable play here with this party comp and the harm too. We might be able to get some levels there, but nope, no harm too. Somebody should tell an admin.
So Spellzapp just equipped the Scimitar, so I guess Butterfingers McGee dropped it in the middle of the Garland foot.
It's tricky to hold on to. Gotta get a what's that called? That thing you have around your wrist so you don't drop your sword. You know.
Oh, like the Wiimote strap.
Yeah. Okay, there's Temper at level 2. That'll be pretty good. But
there's warp. Yeah.
Hey, maybe we'll get early floater and a tail somewhere. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll finish this race before 2 hours.
And Dang just refuses to go down on Spellzapp's side, as we're in a race to kill 9 pirates.
It's fine. All you need to do is cast Quake.
Spellzapp gonna be our first runner to see what the pirates got. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's super nice. You really need better equipment for this, and now you can open a bunch of free chests.
Yeah, and we can full clear or Marsh when we get there.
Yeah, it'll be good. Marsh doesn't exist.
Okay, so
armor, though.
Yeah, first 2 towns we got gold bracelets and pro rings. That's pretty good. Always stinks when it's in Provoca, because that's a long walk to get back to the armor shop, as opposed to, I guess Crescent Lake probably has the closest armor shop to the door of the town.
Yeah, Melman's not too bad. Guy's not too bad. It always seems like it's a decent walk for the armor shops, though. Hey, here's that's okay. That's not an ideal way to get rid of party members.
No, not at all.
Yeah, they were also unrunnable earlier.
That'll be fun.
Alright, so Spellzapp's turn to rob Matoya blind. Oh, he remembered? Dengwoo leaving seconds on the table.
Alright. Dengwoo looks like he's gonna go to Canaria Castle first and gets the Sahags again. I feel like it's not often that we see a saves come through the sea to avoid Sahags. It's not often.
No, and I mean, even early on, a 6-pack of them will give you enough experience to go from like level 3 to level 4, but no interest today.
Yeah, and flirting with the Hooray Dwarf won't commit to talking to him. Also, doesn't open the first 2 boxes.
It's the gentleman's agreement?
I don't know. There's our level 3 and 4 magic money if we have a fade there.
Yeah, Spellzapp picking up the heal staff, which didn't sell for as much money as he hoped.
Yeah. But enough to get a silver sword, that's pretty good. Dengwoo, okay, he remembered.
Hooray!
No, not this time.
Hooray!
Alright, what's this first spike tile have? Specters and Geist deck? There's a decent pickup grind here.
Yeah, that'll get you some levels for 3, hopefully. And somewhere along the line, Den got very stoned, so working out for Spellzapp.
Yeah.
Pure potion. Yay.
Well, it's like they knew that they had poison touch.
They were guarding hand sanitizer.
In times like this, that's it's important commodity to protect.
Times.
To respond to the last one in chat, it's not a good grind tile by any means, but it's a grind tile that it's a fight that we can take and kill and get at least to like level 6 or 7 here.
Alright, and there is garbage dollars.
Mm-hmm. And here comes the Spectre guy scrying for Dengwoo.
He's had enough.
Yep, and out he goes.
He hasn't had enough. Now he's had enough.
Nope. Oh, he's gonna go do the top two because he reset out of this earlier.
Fair enough. Well, gives Spellzapp some time to build up a little bit of a lead.
I wonder how long Dengwoo will commit to the 4-person party, or if he will eventually commit to 3-person.
I think 3-person has to come as soon as seeing the Elfland magic.
Yeah.
X for Trance Wolves, alright. Not going anywhere for a while.
They got mute too.
It's pretty good.
As if they couldn't be any more annoying.
Alright, now they're going to check. Okay, so they just swap chest check locations and we'll end up in the exact same spot in Elfland in like 30 seconds.
Basic, yeah. The old box opening do-si-do. Was that your door or the cat?
That was the cat.
And Spellzapp tried to hooray Dwarf, just kept stuttering. Nothing's here. Just muttering to himself.
Yeah, my door sounds more like a free jazz bit from Miles Davis.
So, Pro Cape, you gotta like finding a professional piece of outerwear pretty early on. Best shield for a mage. Or a thief.
Or a fighter with no shield.
True.
Sometimes you just want to wear a cape.
Yeah. Get all fancy. So, ambushing wolves with trance.
And expert. And we are designed to waste your time. Hey, there's Lit 3 in Brack. Must be nice.
Life 2 in Wall, so it's fine. Spellzapp gonna do the northwest boxes. This is a fun little check. I wonder if he checks the spike tiles here.
If there's not a whole lot to keep, I think you do. And that's a nice little check that paid out.
Oh yeah. Picks up
Denk's probably gonna do the same thing, but do it the long way.
Mm-hmm. And there's herb for sale. Super expensive in the Elfland shop. I've never seen a vendor item roll that high. And I wonder if that will inspire Spellzapp to sell that katana that he dug up in Northwest.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll inspire either one to go into Marsh just for quick cash dive.
There it is.
Right.
Level 4 fade. So
we tried.
Yeah.
At least we made the inner sea last twice as long.
And Spellzapp prioritizing spells here, as his name suggests, will not have enough to pick up that. He's going to be pretty cash poor. But we'll see what he does when he sees the herb for sale. So no, I didn't see it in level 4, but I did not see fast.
Yep. So no fast on the table. Just doesn't exist. Can't do it. Alright, so Dengen's gonna check these chests, get the canal, get the katana. I don't think that's enough for herb money though.
Mm-hmm.
And Spellzapp looks like he's just gonna ignore the herb for now.
Check. Oh, the Wissahags found fast.
Can you teach me that, please?
Mm-hmm. Does this be like Final Fantasy Tactics, where I can learn a skill from you after I defeat you in combat?
You just eat the crystal.
Yeah. Alright, so Spellzapp looks like he's going to go to Crescent Lake, and I wonder if we'll see a Volcano Armory dive for herb money.
Yeah, at this point they're not going to come back until they get... That's interesting though, with the canal in hand going this way.
Well, it's a little bit quicker than going all the way up and sailing around. Potentially more encounters, but Dengwoo looks like he's gonna break out through the canal.
All right, old man, what do you got?
Just their yoga block.
It's Sky Week. Here you go.
Yeah. So Sky Week, every week of these spring tournament Swiss flags, we have a different incentivized fiend location. This week we have Sky Cave, so the vanilla adamant box is incentivized, and Dengwoo going after my heart, going to Rodless Earth. I love it. You fooled. Oh, okay, he's checking the boxes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I have seen a lot of...
What were you hoping to find that wasn't the Temple of Fiends tile?
Maybe zombie D's? I don't know. Zombles? Now I have seen a lot of these seeds roll loose into the first few floors of Earth. This is a huge gamble for Dengwoo, betting on the joke meta that I've been bandying about. Using Aether, applying some sunscreen, just in case these ogres try to burn us.
Alright, so Kroger down.
Yeah, this is a doable fight. It's a slow fight, but it's doable. And here comes Spellzapp. Is he just checking spells and dipping? Heal 3,
Lamp.
That's pretty good. He's not gonna buy Lamp.
Lamp. He loves
Not gonna translate a slab yet. And Spellzapp going to Earth. What have I done?
Oh, there's a heal helmet. Wait, this is killable. Hooray!
Yeah.
Can you imagine if tiles were vanilla? We would have saw a mummy grin.
Oh yeah.
Alright, dang, it's just, maybe, no, we're good. Oh.
Now, if you're Dengwoo or Spellzapp...
Okay, well, you're down to a white mage now.
Hey.
You can sell that ribbon for herb money. What if it's the floater? You don't know.
Avos Ruin in chat, providing the acronym that I used in the Discord a few days ago. Just smile. So many incentives loose on Earth.
No, I mean for real though. You don't even need to keep your progress. Just sell the ribbon, trade the urban. If it's not anything that you want, come back for it.
That is true. That's something I feel like a Minochi 85 would do.
Minochi willing to sell anything.
Yeah. Everything must go.
Every man has his price.
I mean, yeah, but you're not wrong with the herb being there in the store for Elflin. It's, I mean, the lore reasons aside that it's a silly thing. It would make for a quick check.
Oh my god, dang.
He was burning an encounter. Okay, yeah, taking the mummy grind.
Forced mummy encounter, hell yeah. Some big brain plays going on here. Did he reset out of the ribbon though? Is my question. Because, or did he have soft potions? I don't even know.
So I think he's just trying to get to level 4, so he, or level 8, so he can have that level 4 shot of fade.
I mean, Spellzapp has also found something that's slightly better, and that's sword deals. Oh, not if there's an unrunnable in the way, and you didn't save. Oh.
Both these runners putting on a fantastic show for us this afternoon. I love it.
Yeah, we have the thief white mage specialist in chat just losing your mind.
Dengwoo, go to Earth 2, thank you. Still no fade charges. Dengwoo is super tilted right now. Abandons the Earth play.
All aboard the tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah,
You know, there's plenty on Dead in Mars.
Alright, let's see how this Symbol of Ordeals pays out. There's a good fight. Zomble's fun to find.
That's a fight. Oh, that is a low HP Zomble.
Mm-hmm. Good thing this is runnable. We would not want to see an unrunnable man-cat formation. Now, is Deng just coming back to get the end, to get the charges, and then gonna go back into Earth? Not gonna risk it with the 3 Zombles. Oh, the Zombles have Toxic, as Classic Gamer 76 points out. Ooh, this is another fight that we're glad is unrunnable. Lots of resistance there in the Mud Ghouls and Sorcerers. Uh-oh. Dengwoo looks like he's headed to Crescent Lake, gonna talk to the Circle of Sages, gonna get his incentivized cube. Spellzapp, 5 boxes left to open here. Hoping to find Floater, hoping to find something that will help him. Just the one chest left. Uh-oh. It's Sky Week. So Chime here and Ordeals. Do you go to Mirage Sky right away, Edge? And Dengwoo, forgetting he has the canoe, maybe that little misstep there will remind him that he doesn't need to walk the long way around. Alright, level 6 magic. Yeah, we still have the exit, harm 4. Not even worth opening at the level 6 shop. Spellzapp headed over to Onrak.
Hey, I heard there's an incentive in Sky this week.
Yeah, so do you go to Sky right away?
If I had any other party, yeah.
So where do you go with this party? Like, where do you feel? Where do you feel you could go and have meaningful progress be made?
Ice Cave?
Is that where Dengwoo is going? Oh my god, he's making the play. Or is he gonna go to Volcano?
Me Volcano Armory ain't bad either.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Hopefully find his herb money and get that turned in. So is there a particular caster item you'd be looking for or hoping for with this party comp?
Zeus Gauntlet or Thorhammer.
Yeah.
Lightning magic is generally, like in a generic sense, the most useful. Hey, Dengwoo finds Soria though.
Mm-hmm.
With fate charges, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he doesn't have any houses though, so that last fate is gonna have to carry him through. Spellzapp gets the Ghastly here in the back-to-back Ghasties, so you gotta love the back-to-back spike tile and try to figure out where that's gonna hit you in the Temple of Fiends later.
I mean, at this point, you just need to get levels no matter how.
Yeah.
So knocking out a 4-pack of these is going to go a long way. Even if I have to go back to Crescent Lake, I think this is the right move.
Ooh, there's a pack we can take out. Okay, he did buy houses, so good on Dang. I did miss that in his inventory, so pretty good spot for Dengwoo to be in right now with the Fade and the Sorias, but
yeah, 13 houses. Welcome to level 20.
Yeah, and he's thinking, okay, yep, this is Dengwoo's life right now. So if you got any Soria or Green Agama facts, why don't you get those shared while Spellzapp clears his way through the waterfall.
So, as far as magic resistance, they're one of the lower enemies in the game. So they're pretty good to just try to insta-kill as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they are another really good zap target.
I've always, and maybe it's just a confirmation bias, but I've been pretty good at zapping metal slimes. I don't know what their MDef is in the game, but I found that in a pack of like 5 or 6, I can usually zap 2/3 of it with one cast. But Spellzapp pulls out the crown. That's also my way of passively asking you if what's the deal with metal slimes.
So I generally don't like doing that against the metal slimes because it's hard to pick up the other two just with like physicals. Whereas if you zap like man-cats or golems, there's usually like one left that you can just punch to death.
Okay, that's valid. Alright, so Dengwoo doing pretty good here with these Sorias. Up to level 14 across the board and emphasizing the 4-person party, keeping App the Thief alive. We'll see how this pans out for him. I know we got the early katana, so we got late game melee option for sure.
Yeah, he definitely wants the temper charges as well.
Yeah, and hitting level 15, I wonder if this is where we walk out, drop our last house, and then check out that the rest of the armory, because we don't want to go too much higher in case we find a floater and tail. We don't want to have to get up to level 32 to have 4 spell charges on our Knight and Thief. Or it even might be a good opportunity now for the Thief to become a statue. But we're back. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, more fade charges, pretty good.
True. Well, I think it was level 3 life too. Yeah, I would be curious to get the Thief down, funnel more XP into the Knight or the fighter and the White Mage. That way, like, I'm just always worried about having to grind random, like, 7 to 8 levels on the promoted ninja to get their spell charges. But I guess the solo ninja potentially could come back here and make quick work of this Force Aria pack too, so. And there's level 16, so.
Yeah, one thing I never understood was, how do you get ambushed off of those tiles? Like, you know it's coming, right?
They surprise you. Ooh.
Speaking of a surprise, and boy, that would have been rude if that happened the first time they got here.
Yeah, or if we hadn't just picked up that ice armor.
Yeah, that's also pretty bad.
So Hyenas, trying to cover all their bases, open up with Fire 3 and Blizzard.
Yeah, fire and ice, baby.
Singing songs.
And good use of the Cure 3 charges since there are no undead in Volcano.
Yeah. Unless we see them on a shuffled spike tile, as with the flag sets here, we have shuffled B-side encounters, which means we're going to see some pretty non-traditional spike tiles like you saw with that Soria tile.
Yeah, Deng is just gonna cash out here.
Yeah. So, Spellzapp making the play that you suggested, go into the Ice Cave. So, route divergence here. Right now, I think the advantage here is paying off for Dengwoo, being able to jump up to level 16, level mid-teens. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and just getting the one fade charge was enough to let him do that. So now he's got a bunch of houses.
Yeah.
Which he's not going to use.
So
no, here we go.
Doesn't check the cluster. But I think he's in a better position here to... Oh, not even going to ice. So where are we going, Dengwoo?
Yeah, he might be going everywhere that Spellzapp was just at.
I would think that with the Soria grind, he should have enough to go buy that herb now, too. I wonder if he'll go back to Elfland. So is that the vanilla exit slot then?
Yep.
Wow. Womp womp. Yep, and he spends his herb money.
That's cool. Heal potions are important. Whoops. Huh. Things like me last night. I had a practice race where I forgot to get pure potions and they weren't available in Crescent Lake. So I had to drag a poison SFX through Ice Cave, and then promptly bought 90 at the next shop.
Alright, yep, and you were right. Here comes Dengwoo to Ordeals and Waterfall. There's
that's a tasty tile, but you really don't have anything for it. Hey, second katana, alright.
But at least we have the Harm 2 and the Light Axe, which should help Spellzapp here like we talked about. It's really going to be a matter of what's on these spike tiles and whether or not they're runnable. Gerwolf's not bad.
Now the old Titan's back. Hey, there's another silver.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a chain armor equivalent for a mage.
For the stone white mage.
You gotta put it somewhere. Let's put it on its petrified wrist. And we're gonna take the Zombol encounter, and he's bought the level 6 Harm 4. I love it. Harm 4 doing nearly as much damage as a...
Oh, that's rude.
As a Fade, but... Ugh. So if Dengwoo's gonna commit to a 3-person now that the ninja's got just enough levels, this might be an opportune time to do it. But we're gonna bring them both back.
Alright, well, that pop grind would have been hilarious if anyone tried it.
But we know there's nothing too scary waiting for him through the rest of this Ordeals.
Question in chat, was it a draft? Yeah. There's no other explanation. Oh, hey, we found Death Touch Wizards.
Good thing they didn't go deeper into Earth.
Wow, okay. That feels real bad.
Well, we saw most of the boxes here in ice, so we can avoid some checks to save some time. But yeah, that feels real bad catching that on the... Uh-oh, yeah, just run away.
Especially because now you don't want to burn any time on taking fights.
Yeah.
And here's the less deadlier wizards on Dengwoo's side. And this normally is a pretty good encounter to take, but not when they roll a billion HP.
Yeah. Spellzapp found Frost Giants with Cremate. That's less than ideal.
And we're not going back for the second katana. No dual wielding today. Alright, so long, old man.
Just setting them free.
Yeah, dang, making short work of Ordeals. It's just gonna kind of shoot through all of these dungeons that Spellzapp already did.
Yeah, the early... Oh, he's going to Sky, so foregoing the waterfall won't have the crown. We don't know what the kindly old king Astos is holding on to. But there's the Rod and Ice.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if the herb is the floater.
Oh, it very well could be, and Dengwoo has brain dumped it, I think. Gonna pop back in through the back door to Provoca.
Pro rings are nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Pro Ring's pretty good. Alright. Judgment time coming for Spellzapp. Can he make the run without the wizards? Oh, my heart stopped for a second. We do have back-to-back encounters, though. Yeah.
Mine does that all the time. You just gotta pound the chest twice. It usually fixes it. Steady diet of Polish sausage.
If only there were a bear enemy in the game. Instead, we just gotta worry about doubles. Dozombles.
Can't have a bear enemy. That would be too grisly.
I would imagine quite the polar opposite. I think it would be pretty fun to have a little bear.
I guess we do have the right to bear arms, right?
There's a clause for that somewhere. The FFR Code of Conduct. Bear clause. I couldn't keep it. Alright, Mirage 1.
We're professionals here.
Dengwoo finding the glare bears here on the guards.
But they didn't use stare, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got route convergence. The Ankylos kind of look like armored bears.
Greg's just gonna take a nap. There's a gold bracelet.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, we did see those for sale in the armor shop in Canaria, but haven't had a chance to go back there yet, so always good to find one in a box. Yeah, we got both runners on top of each other here. Who would have thought at 45 minutes in we would end up in the same dungeon on the same encounter? It's pretty good. So Spellzapp has a little bit more of an exploration lead, while Dengwoo has a level advantage, having nearly 6 levels on Spellzapp after that Soria grind.
And the level advantage is going to play in here. It's going to be a little harder for. Well, that's
coming.
It's going to be harder for Spellzapp to make it through here on the amount of charges of fade that he has.
Mm-hmm. Catman with Dazzle. It's a little frustrating. So, how do you approach this Mirage Sky Climb if you're Spellzapp? You have 3 party members, you're roughly level 12 across the board. No exit, no warp. What do you do here?
I think you do this floor, and then you go back out.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to do what you're able to do at this point. And with the spell charges, you can get enough levels to maybe go further into the tower. So yeah, just check greater than less than and then get out.
Little trench warfare style flame sword. That's the best melee option we've seen for the fighter so far.
Yeah, just carve out your own Maginot line right here.
Yeah.
There's 2 ice swords, and we find the flame sword first, and another light axe. All right.
Well, yeah, exactly. It gives us the opportunity to not put the flame. I would have put the flame sword on that fighter.
How do you like the light axe more?
Light axe OP. Alright, what is on this spike tile? Oh, that's pretty good. It's not terrible XP.
This is a very tilt set of inputs for sure.
Oh, those whiz mummies got a pretty good HP.
That's okay, he's gonna run. Hey, sea troll.
Wonder if Spellzapp's just gonna beeline right for that incentive chest, and Dengwoo will have the opportunity to clear out these extra boxes. Giant sword, there's an ice sword, so there's some melee options now. Giant sword, pretty good for the thief.
Nope.
Or not.
It's too big for the thief. He can't even hold a short sword.
Because there's 3 swords that the thief can equip. It's the rune sword, the dragon sword. Is it the third, the giant, or am I mistaken?
It's coral.
Coral. Okay, yep, so my mistake. I don't play thieves a lot.
I don't blame you.
I do appreciate you asking me all the time when I am frustrated with seeds.
Failing to run away? I mean, it's a thing.
Alright, so we're gonna just... Greg and App gonna stand back and watch Ash and Thunder fade out these unrunnable metal slimes.
Yeah, and that could be pretty taxing on old Spellzapp. Hey, there's the coral sword.
Alright, I knew it was on this floor, I just got the wrong one identified.
Just off by 1, we're good.
Yeah.
Dengwoo is just gonna skip it.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Oh, unrunnable mana cores. Some more fids.
Yeah, we still got 7. That's more than enough to get out of here. If all we're doing is opening boxes and leaving. Do you think he makes a play for Tiamat here?
Absolutely not. Not with that motion.
Yeah.
Just looking longingly at that last fade. It's cool though, he's got a coral sword. We're good.
Alright, incentive skybox is required oxyale.
Should have bought the herb.
Alright. Dang, on to Sky 3.
Interesting. Check these and then go back.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we'll check that Vanilla Bane chest on Sky 1 as we walk out of here. So, question from chat from Funlash Bloodrune. How many loose are we missing? Just the one now that we found loose crystal in Sky.
Well, CC called it. Yeah, we found a rune sword too. Alright.
There's a thief sword. All the thief swords are here. We can just find that elusive dragon sword. Yeah, this is what we got harm for.
Came into the wrong neighborhood, buddy.
He gets it down.
There's the last fade for Spellzapp, so any more slimes then... Nope, never mind. It's big trouble time.
Hoping for crits. Thief gonna earn his dinner today.
Fishing for crits.
When they're punching pretty hard. There's another ribbon. Alright. It's pretty good. Not gonna check the greed boxes.
I think the rest of these Den can just hit on the way through. If he's not gonna take this Tiamat fight, then he's gonna come back sooner rather than later.
I'm just always concerned that there's a loose sitting in those boxes. The odds are pretty low, but I mean, it could be. We've seen two loose on the same floor before in Earth Week.
Oh, the level advantage also coming into play in this Manticore fight.
Yeah. Spellzapp gonna get his Instant of Oxio. Chat still calling for loose floater and TFC. Let's see, we're just a loot from Go mode here, so good chance that the herb, the crown, could turn it, or the crystal could turn into that loot, and then we have potentially a loose floater.
Game's just got to get out at this point. The resources are running low. Oh no!
And he keeps hitting. He's got one fade left, and waiting on his melee swingers.
Oh wow, that's kind of gross. All right, well, not going anywhere for a while.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we did find that rune sword for the thief. That will be a better thing to swing, as we're gonna see if the thief fixes get him out of this. Oh, and Spellzapp hits the unrunnable Nightmare and Evilman.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even checked this floor. There's too much stuff that can burn charges. I mean, Deng's gonna be able to get out of this. It's just gonna waste a ton of time.
Yeah, the time that Spellzapp spent here in this fight and in the previous fight where he ran out of fades, gonna more than cancel each other out.
Somebody turn weapon fixes off. Deng, stop it.
He's pushing his luck. So gets the full clear of Sky.
He gets whammy. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. And he's gonna muscle through. We know that they don't have
doesn't really have a choice, but yeah, it feels bad.
Notice they don't have a ton of health, as we get a big raid from Speed Gaming 4. Thanks for joining us, as we're watching Dengwoo and Spellzapp, both 2-1, racing against each other here in Week 4 of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament.
Welcome to another edition of Press Your Luck. So we have double whammies on either side.
Just gotta bear down, and Spellzapp resets out. So feels bad for Spellzapp. But he's got the crown he can turn in. He does not have the Oxyel anymore. So, all around, no muy bueno. And you can see the tilt as he's trying to sail to a place where he can't go.
I am secondhand mad about everything that just happened here.
Alright, he's got the rod though, so looks like he's going to do crown into earth and just press his luck with the wizards that are waiting for him on Earth 4 and 3. And Spellzapp running on empty here.
So is Deng. He just needs to get off the Sky Fortress. That's really it.
Yeah.
I mean, Herb could just be floater too. You got enough money, right?
Yep, and he's going to do the crown first. Yeah, I don't think he does. I think that was only like 49k he's got.
Alright, King Hat, Thor Hammer. Yeah, that would have been nice for a slime fight.
Not as good as the mage stick would have been, but we can't be beggars can't be choosers here.
Incentivized mage staff.
Okay, he's close. He needs about 16k. He should be able to sell one of those katanas. Oh, we know he reset out of ice and doesn't have that katana anymore. So,
Yeah,
He's
this
got-
is
maybe sells a Thor hammer? Oh, CC, I know that he cleared ice, but he wiped after he wiped on the Death Touch wizards on his first dive. Yeah. The crown turn in was the Thor hammer.
yeah, that one feels bad.
Dengwoo, 10 minutes into this slime tile or this slime fight, almost through it, and Spellzapp backs into the always famous meme party, the Thief White Mage.
We're doing it.
What are we selling?
Wizard staff.
Ooh. Still got to sell something else. And he sells the katana. Well, he knows where another one is, so he might reset out of this if the herb is opal or. He could always reset out, so.
So taking longer than a chaos fight. It's 4 slimes. Enjoy your loot.
Okay,
Never mind.
so resets back to Northwest Castle area and has the katana again.
The dream is dead. Dengwoo probably has whatever is necessary for the floater at this point. Just have to avoid unrunnables, right?
Yeah. How hard could that be?
Yeah. I mean, you brought a thief. Alright, we're good.
Alright.
Yeah, things are going all kinds of real bad for Spellzapp right now.
Mm-hmm. And we're up.
That's like the major difference is just sitting on a Pachysaurus for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. And looks like we're gonna go back to Astos to get that Thor hammer. Oh no, we're gonna check spike tiles here. Okay, he kept the Thor hammer. Alright, okay, so Spellzapp could be so tilted that he's convinced to do Thief White Mage.
Well, I mean, you've got your endgame weapon and your sweeper. Just get it. Never mind. That is a dead. It's a dead thief.
Oh. Alright, Crystal, what do you got? Loose Crystal into...
Wow, that's disgusting.
Rip. Dengwoo. So confused he's talking to the brooms. So this feels real bad, and Dengwoo...
Hey, this is a magic spell. Thanks, man.
learns the magic spell off the brooms. Spellzapp goes to Marsh Cave. So I feel like Spellzapp's thrown it all in on a gamble to Marsh. Dengwoo playing really strong. I mean, I know we joke around about Dengwoo being like the meme runner and doing the goofy stuff, but making a lot of solid, competent plays, and is rewarded with the floater. We don't know if that floater is required yet. Actually, we know it's not because we found Oxyale in Sky. We found the loot on the herb, so not a required floater seed. And Spellzapp has that knowledge. Question from the Space Drake. We've done Waterfall. Yes, that was where we got our crown for Spellzapp. Spellzapp airborne at the 65-minute mark. I'm gonna go talk to Sarda. So if Dengwoo can remember the herb, he'll just need to get the rod out of Ice Cave.
Ooh, fire hydrants.
Always good to find the fire hydrants here. They're not punching real hard, so Dengwoo needs to go to Ice and Elfland. And if this slab...
Yeah, Dengwoo probably really wants the tail as well, so...
Yeah.
This is definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a crack. Never mind, we're good. They're lethal.
There it is. It's Dengwoo buying lamp.
Thank you.
The people's champ. And remembering finally to do the herb. More than enough money. You could buy almost 3 of them. Alright. He's not far from Ice Cave. I wonder if he goes there next. He knows Ice Cave and Waterfall. are the only other incentive areas that he needs to go to. But we're going to do the slab first.
Yeah, I mean, not only is the tail kind of critical, but also
And
Power Gauntlet would be pretty important too.
Spellzapp digs up the loose TNT in Marsh Cave. We know that is either tail or opal bracelet. We'll see what Narek's willing to give us. Some tail or breakfast.
Multi-grain Cheerio.
And there's the toxic zombies. I guess one could be the ruby too. But it'll at the end of the road, it will be one or the other.
Yeah, it's... Have we seen the bottle yet? Could be that.
No.
It just dead-end Spellzapp.
Yeah. That would feel bad. And there's the tail from the slab.
Alright, well that is a big pickup.
Yeah.
So, it's Cheerios for you, buddy.
Yep, or the bottle, yeah. Or ruby to bottle. I mean... And Sardi did give us the bonk, so if it's the ruby, it'll at least get him the power bonk. Which will help.
Yeah. No.
Oh. Rip. Yeah, so Spellzapp, nothing breaking Spellzapp's way right now. He's trying to get as much of that frustration or luck out on the Hooray Dwarf. Just shaking that poor dwarf. Oh, that feels bad for Spellzapp.
Yeah, at this point, I think he wants to just hit the eject button. But
Yeah.
Deng's not done, so maybe he's having as bad of a time.
NPC guillotine win for 90 bucks.
Oh, you deserve that.
Spellzapp going back into Marsh. I mean, this could pay off for him. He finds Masa or something down here, defense sword, something to get this two-man off the ground. Dengwoo finding about 26k.
You know what would get this two-man off the ground? The crystal.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's not going to go back there for a while.
No, he's not.
He's going to probably commit to this, well, we got the fighter up, so some survivability added back into the party.
Until we find Death Touch. Wait, no, Stone Touch, because we found Death Touch.
Yeah. And there's the promotion for Dengwoo.
Alright, those eggs have all grown up.
Mm-hmm. His eggs have hatched and turned into mighty fine wizards, knights, and ninjas. It's the strangest promotion ceremony I've ever seen.
What do I do with all these pro rings? I'm gonna... This inventory Tetris is kind of great.
So I know Dengwoo is... I know it's... For him, it's probably not a meme, but he is a fan of the fighter thief, the knight ninja two-man. So taking the ribbons off the wizards, I wonder if that's what we're setting up for. To go maybe back to Volcano, get rid of the white wizards and get some levels right away on those two melee warriors. We're taking another crack at the fire hydrants. Gonna grab Saber, Lit 3. Nope, not Lit 3. Just Saber. Nope, nothing doing there for the... Unfortunately, life 2 and wall locked out of the night. And in an hour 13 minutes, we have a level 3 sweeper for black magic.
Hooray!
Yay! They did it to themselves.
Hey, we got exit now. Oh, okay, that's a thing.
Huge play. So Marsh provides a loose item in the moss. I stand by my statement that Marsh or Earth is always a play worth making. We got a ribbon out of Earth.
The legendary Marsh Moon.
Gonna grab Temper and Warp. And if he picks up that Warp, yeah, he might take 1 level fight somewhere just to get the Warp charge to go to Ice Cave. And we got level 1 life, or level 2, single target life. You know what the hell I mean.
I mean, this might be something where you just clear a fiend dungeon and get your level that way.
Yeah, but
or you just kill off mages and get
yeah.
Get sorry. Circling the drain here. So Dengwoo taking the Krakatoa victory lap here.
We'll see if this will pay off for Dengwoo. Because the best weapon we have for the knight right now is the ice sword, so Deng's gonna want an in-game weapon, unless the Greg will just be the tank to the ninja's melee. So do you go to, what level do you go to? Just enough to get 4 spell charges on a 2-man grind like this?
I mean, you could also go until you get an extra hit on the katana, which is something that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how the thief fixes change the katana's hit growth. I don't even know the katana's hit growth without the thief fixes, so I just know that the thief fixes would cut the normal progression in half by essentially doubling it.
Well, we've got Spellzapp with the solo knight.
And, oh, One Fine Day in chat pointing out that level 23 is the 5th hit.
It's a pretty good level.
Yeah, and we just hit level 23 on the ninja, so...
Every 8? Seems excessive.
Yeah, maybe we go to 32. I don't know when we get the 5th hit for the ice sword.
Never. It will have melted by then.
Especially in here.
Oh, it's... okay.
Oh no.
Solo white mid strats?
Yes, I think Spellzapp struggling a little here to figure out what his next step is. He spent the time doing the marsh play. He got rewarded with the Masa and the lose TNT, but the TNT just resulted in 10% more experience with it turning into the bottle, but we did... Yeah. Yeah, until he goes back to Sky. Question from chat from Asher. What was the Sky incentive? It was the Oxyale, but in Sky 3 was the loose crystal which turned into the floater and sort of blew the game open for Dengwoo. We know that the floater isn't required, as there is loose herb in Elfland for sale. It turns into our loot. So Dengwoo knows that he has to... Still doesn't have that second loose, so doesn't know where that rod is. So not quite in go mode for Dengwoo just yet, until he goes to Ice Cave. And I kind of have to agree with Space Drake in chat saying that Dengwoo probably going to 32 here. Progression is not gated behind the floater. Everything, all the in-game progression items are immediately available for Spellzapp. The Oxyale being in Sky, and the loot being behind the herb, which is purchasable in Elfland. So, Spellzapp here coming back to Sky, so the right play here is gonna bear down for another attempt here at the Mirage Tower. Almost looks content to let that ninja sit down now that he's got some levels and just swing this to a solo fighter? No, we're coming out. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's just being lazy.
So with the two-man, yeah, he's got the life here, so gonna commit to the four-person party after all. I know Dang was being cheeky in the SRL room before we started, talking about running Fighter Thief, and it's definitely a play that he's made. I think he did it week 1 against High Spirits. And now that he's got the levels he wants, he's going to come through and probably just full clear. Volcano still looking for that second loose. He thinks it might be the rod.
Yeah, this did give Spellzapp some time to catch up, but the biggest thing is if Deng finds like not Masmium, Excalibur, Bolt, Sunsword, something good, that's gonna help a lot.
Yeah. And Asher 1611 saying GG's to me for rolling this seed. I don't think it's the seed that's keeping them orbless at the 120 mark. I think it's their draft. If they draft a standard party here, we saw plenty of sweepers at level 1 with Ice 3, Quad X. Like the story of this isn't necessarily the seed so much as it is the party comp.
Oh, we found a dragon sword.
But looking, where are we gonna put that ice cape? Yeah, gonna put it on that ninja. The funny thing is that while I won't claim responsibility for their draft, I did ask them in the SRL room if they were going to draft, and their response to me indicated that they were not planning on drafting. So I put the idea in their head, maybe. Classic Gamer saying he's going to go for 4 Force 300% clamped at some point. Good luck, buddy. That sounds fun. Make sure you turn on Blurst Weapons to really heighten the enjoyment for yourself.
Just re-roll until you get a black belt, right? Hey, is that is the 3rd ribbon? Cool.
Yeah. So 3 ribbons, all of which sort of right there within reach. So the seat's trying to help him out. But that's real good for Spellzapp if he opens that box in... There's a Sun Sword. If he opens that box in the Volcano, just because that will get him a room for all of his party members. Whereas Dengwoo will be able to put a ribbon on all of his life casters. Alright, Spellzapp gonna be real mad when he opens this box and finds the loose crystal and know that that is probably his floater. Because he's already found the other loose and he's done all of the other incentive checks, so... The real question, I think, is going to be, does Dengwoo's early advantage here with the floater and the levels carry over into Topher with Spellzapp having the Masa? And this what do you think, Edge?
So the ninja with the crit ability should be able to do a lot more damage against higher absorbed fiends. It's just a matter of how the how everything rolled. Spellzapp, promoting so late is not going to have access to a lot of charges too without doing a grind. So
yeah. So I think hour 26, Dengwoo lights his first orb. I think it's fair to say that Dengwoo, this is Dengwoo's race to lose here. Spellzapp, unfortunately, getting bounced pretty hard out of Mirage Sky earlier, definitely impacting his whole race right now. He was definitely ahead as far as progression or an exploration, just didn't have the level. So the early Saria grind paying out in spades right now for Dengwoo. Spellzapp going to show us these last 4.
Yeah, the early grinds always have. Oh, that's important.
So
they always have the really nice effect of smoothing out the variance that you run into the rest of the seed. You have more spell charges. You can take harder hits from enemies and scripts.
And gets his rod, hits his go mode, knows that he does not need that second loose, sees the second katana, and we're going to exit out. So Dengwoo knows he's in go mode. I would be surprised if he opens another box. I hope for his sake that he does check those 4 greed chests and gets that defense sword. But right now, Spellzapp, defense Masa, if there's a player that knows how to run 2-man effectively and make it work, it's going to be Spellzapp here. I like his chances to kind of close some ground here if he's able to get through Tiamat. because he has the knowledge that the floater is not required, and it looks like he's keeping with his 3-man, or just using the thief to be an evasion stack, as you like to call it.
The human evasion stack. Alright, and well, you're staying not too far behind. Just gonna tidy up the old loose ends here.
Mm-hmm. So we got Bless RNGs out in chat. Do you think Spellzapp takes a Warmech fight?
Spellzapp does not take a Warmech fight.
Dengwoo will, though. So
Dengwoo shouldn't either, but he will.
Yeah, it's Dengwoo gonna do dang things. Mage Rion saying winner of the tournament gets Caleb to cook him dinner. I'd be down with that. I've actually, fun fact, I've cooked dinner for both these guys. Last year at the Road to SG Live. But Spellzapp pulling Tiamat. So our first look here, gonna defense. Tiamat opens up a Blizzard. Good thing we got 2 ribbons for Zoe and Dan. Dragon Sword. Tiamat's a dragon. Defense again.
Should do some work.
Yeah, should. But Danny goes down. Defense Sword. And for a second, he menued so fast I thought he was trying to cure 3 the already deceased Danny.
It's a bold strategy.
And there's the poison damage, so... And here comes Dengwoo. Dengwoo not far from the Bridge of Destiny himself, and Tia, super thick absorb, not letting Dan get any damage off. Spellzapp going to be rewarded for checking the greed boxes here with the defense sword.
Yeah, that's going to help a lot.
Mm-hmm. Going to keep the cure 3s pumping and more damage poison. There we go. There's 2 crits, 4 hits, 289, and Zoe goes down. We're in Problem Town unless we can keep those crits coming. All right. At the hour 30 mark, Spellzapp lights his first orb. It's one of the ones he wanted the most, as spent a lot of time here in the Sky Cave on the 2 dives. But Dengwoo should have a much easier time with Tia 2. Or Tia 1 here, I'm sorry. Alright, Spellzapp. Where do you head next if you're Spellzapp? Just go right to C, knowing that you don't need the floater?
This is tough because I think you've got a pretty good idea that Crystal is floater,
Yeah.
so I think you just do that whole chain anyway.
Yeah.
This party comp is really uncomfortable if you don't promote.
Yeah, and he's got the slab, which will turn into the tail, so his levels should catch up, even not, I mean, he won't catch up to 30, but he'll get pretty good levels. He'll get Topher levels for sure, just taking fights promoted through C and Volcano, probably. But gonna spend a little bit of time here. Dengwoo, different encounter table. Getting airs on the bridge. And he's great. He's searching. So Dengwoo probably maybe feels ahead here. Doesn't take the double fight. Yeah, okay. You have to take this fight. Ooh, or not. They rolled pretty high.
Scorch! Oh no. Why are you running? Stop it! Damn it,
So, Dengwoo, I talked to Dengwoo last week after his race with Sho Fukamachi, which super good race. If anybody out there hasn't watched it, I would encourage you to do so. Dengwoo told me that he was going to Spellzapp, and Spellzapp was giving him some advice on how we could try to beat Show, and Spellzapp just told him, don't do dumb things. And Dengwoo forgets that advice as he just wanders back and forth looking for Warmech, running against the person that gave them said advice. Spellzapp gonna go back to Dwarfs to get that bottle from the TNT. No?
Alright, old guy, what do you got?
And Power Punk, yep. Alright, so let's see how Dengwoo gets through the Tier 1 here. We're going to saber up the katana.
Well, the bookend white mages are not doing so well this fight. Hey! Orblet.
Alright, 2 orbs for Dengwoo. Just a few minutes behind Spellzapp on the orb in the sky orb lighting. Spellzapp gonna go to get his slab turned in, get his tail. I'm pretty confident he still has the bottle from the TNT. So I remember him spending about 8 turns talking to the Hooray Dwarf. Yeah, so he's still got the bottle here to do. Fog 2, sure.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, sure. We haven't found great armor for our... Wow, so the inconvenient dwarfs, TNT to bottle to adamant. It's gonna turn into the opal bracelet. I wonder if Spellzapp talks to the opal bracelet dwarf. It's Dengwoo's still taking some fights here in Sea Shrine, trying to get, I guess, a few more levels on those white wizards. Alright, Spellzapp gonna head to Bahamut, demand his promotion.
Oh boy, unrotables. Hey, there's Fast again. Where's the blue mage?
Is Fast one of those skills that only shows up once in the vanilla game on the mud goals, or does somebody else have it?
I don't know how many times the mud goals have it. Because it's fast and slow for the mud goals and the rock goals, right?
Yeah. Okay, so one fine day pointing out that Astos also has Fast, so...
Fastos.
Fastos. Sounds like a fun cereal to eat when you're on the go. Flame armor.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So, nice combination of flame and ice, but we have the ribbon, so... Alright.
Largely irrelevant, but a nice thought.
Yeah. Still good absorb for the between the two of them.
Dang, why?
He doesn't have the level 1 ice 3 either to help with the waters.
Oh, that's
Wow.
fine. Okay.
Wow. Huge pickup here. Dragon armor, best armor in the game for the knight. 42 absorb and resistance to fire, ice, and lightning. But again, have a ribbon. if we want to build a fake ribbon, all we need is the stone poison resistance from the Aegis shield. Yeah, so Spellzapp not too far behind here. The fire orb advantage for Dengwoo not huge. And with that Masa, Spellzapp will hit level 24 very soon. So really depends on if those Death Touch wizards in Earth slow Dengwoo down. And Dengwoo doesn't know that they have Death Touch because he got to warp and exit out of the ice cave. So he might, yeah, he might get slowed down a little bit in Earth. And Spellzapp, I mean, same thing could happen to Spellzapp, but Spellzapp at least has the foreknowledge that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. Chances are they're going to run away from Dengwoo.
Yeah. Will they run from a ninja in the first slot?
They check only level. It's not
okay.
Not character class.
Okay. I like learning stuff, Ed. Just why I like doing commentary with you.
Learning is fun.
Let's see what Kraken 2 does. Or Kraken 1. I'm getting ahead of the game.
If I had to guess, either... Yep, there we go. Classic. What a jokester. Mineral phase. Feels good.
Ink and Dark, just really doubling down on the fact that Dengwoo bought Lamp. But all those ribbons, it's not going to matter.
You'll never fill in that bingo square, Deng.
Actually, Classic Gamer 76 Deng did buy Lamp because Dengwoo. It's Dengwoo.
Yeah.
Oh, Jinx. It's pretty good. Alright, so...
Oh no, the Spellzapp! No!
Had the right idea. One box away. I think he'll still be fine with just the ice armor, but...
Greedy, but not too greedy.
Yeah. And Dengwoo, playing loose, but not too loose. I wonder if he's playing loose just to convince himself to have fun and not get tilted by the all the stuff that happened to them in the early game. Alright, Dengwoo. We'll see if he gets unlucky here. These next two floors. If you're Dengwoo, do you keep the power bonk on the knight, or do you move to the ninja even though the ninja knows saber?
I think you keep it on the knight because the ninja knows saber.
Yeah.
The knight really doesn't have any way to buff at this point. So if you run into a fight where that ninja just gets smoked, well, okay, the ninja get worse. But yeah, if you run into a fight where that ninja gets smoked early and you have to rely on the knight, it's a good backup plan.
Yeah, I was gonna also then follow up, but it doesn't really matter now that he has the X-Cal. Do you keep the defense sword on the knight, or do you move it to the ninja?
Yeah, I think it's just the combination of the power gauntlet, a good endgame sword, and the defense sword. It's kind of like your one-man solution, and if everyone dies, I mean that still
But,
you can
yeah,
still pull it off with the rest of it.
yeah, and I think you're right because the knight also has life 1, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Just
the knight
one
probably
person. Yeah, just one person has to survive. That's really it.
yeah, and I think so. What about for chaos? Do you put all in on the ninja and the katana strats? I mean, the ninja's got good HP to survive a nuke.
That's another good question. The knight kind of has the survivability. It would depend on the magic that's available.
Hmm.
Because like if the knight knows Cure 4, I'm gonna go all in on the knight. Even if everything goes horribly wrong, he can at least heal himself.
Yeah.
But you're kind of relying on the white mage as things stand. So if you're relying on other people, you might as well just go all in on crits.
So wow,
Jeez,
max roll fade takes out Lich 1. So
Alright, well, Dengwoo ahead by about a dungeon.
yeah, Spellzapp gonna make quick work of carry with the Masa. I think this is a showcase of Spellzapp's skill and speed as he bounced hard out of Mirage Sky, fiddled about in in Marsh for a little bit, spent a lot of time on the overworld dealing with overworld wipes due to the Sahags with Glance, and able to catch right back up. So the difference here being, Dengwoo's dive on the volcano to get the levels with the Sorias, and then not having to full clear ice, which Spellzapp had to do twice as he found the Death Touch Wizard. So it's one of those instances where we've talked about it before. One runner sees all of the nasty stuff, and the other doesn't. But I don't think that's the only story here. I think Dengwoo is rewarded for that grind. And Cheesenator pointing out that Dengwoo didn't finish danning his houses. I wonder if he'll exit out and do so now that, or we're just gonna, if he just feels super behind. Hour 45 against Spellzapp and no one's finished yet. He might feel very behind.
I mean, after all those victory laps that he did and everything, and trying to find more mech,
yeah, he was memeing pretty hard. Yep, that high level ninja proving his value, getting pretty good ambushes through Topher here, being able to. Yeah, I guess that's I don't run thieves a lot, but I guess I see their value. I'd rather have another mage.
Yeah, it depends. Largely, it depends on the magic that's available. But
Yeah.
I can understand wanting the mage. The chip damage from the low level thief is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But now Dengwoo has a high level thief, which is even better theoretically.
Yeah. I wonder if Spellzapp checks the vanilla ruby box and gets that X-Cal. He would have then the option to have that Minochi 85 white samurai if he wanted to. Yep, that's what he's going to do. All right, Lich 2 for Dengwoo.
All right, here we go. Sword Zoe.
Burn and Harm 4s. X-Cal, Katana. Yep, down goes Lich 2. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Congratulations, you won Unrunnable Grey Worms.
With a lot of HP. I was questioning those fade casts, but now I'm not.
Fifth hit X-Cal feels good.
Pretty solid.
Yep. You're going to need all the hits you can get without fast. And Spellzapp getting dang batted all over the place. And then rewarded with unrunnable ooze arachnids.
More unrunnables. Oh, Grey Worms have cracked. Alright, well, so long, last White Mage.
Yeah, good thing we have 3 ribbons. And these are some thick worms. They've rolled up there with their worm cousins. So some big worms.
At level 32.
And here comes Spellzapp, round in the corner. On Lich 1. Ooh. Red D's with Afer. Just
We are designed to waste your time.
I guess they don't realize that they have that resistance innately. Prepared for Exfer, I guess.
Double up on it. Yeah.
That SPF 80. In case the sun fails to go down. Alright, Spellzapp, 1 hour 49 minutes, headed to do some last minute adjustments and make his way to Topher as Dengwoo takes on Carry 2. Are we going to see a challenge to Dengwoo's high level fighter ninja double white party? SPF 3 and 256, that's pretty good, Avos. That's pretty good. Alright, so Carry 2, she's there and then she's not. This party, unless we get unlucky cracking 2 punches, should be fine. I mean, or we get like a opening back-to-back nuke or something. Dengwoo just cruising.
Fast is not what that encounter is right now.
No.
Yeah, and Spellzapp has a lot of housekeeping to do, so even if Deng does take a wipe, he might still be in good position to run back in.
I wonder if either person, with the time approaching 2 hours and knowing who they're running against, both of these runners, top tier runners in the racing community here, I wonder if either one is thinking, did this guy run 2-man? Did he do the Thief White Mage? Is that why he hasn't finished yet? Did Dengwoo do Fighter Thief? Is that why he's not finished yet? Or if they just think that I've seen some nasty stuff in this run in the party that I ran. My opponent's probably seen it too, and this could be closer than. I wonder if there's like those little head games that these runners are putting on themselves.
I think at this point it would be how bad is Temple of Fiends.
Yeah.
I know if someone hasn't finished yet, I probably would be like, well, all right, I'm just gonna go grind some levels because Temple of Fiends must be awful.
And as chat's pointing out, very thin Kraken and a not so scary Tia 2. I like the sprite there on Dengwoo's side. The Tia wearing the gas masks, developed by Uriel Man X7, one of the really talented sprite artists, drew that up and shared it with the community. So, pretty cool sprite. Alright, Dengwoo. Is Dengwoo going to do the dang thing and do a victory lap? Or is he going to... He's all business, yeah. He's all business. I don't blame him here. He raced super well. Here we go. Gonna ruse, saber, and defense sword. Opening turn zap. That's fine. We got 3 ribbons, and the other white wizard resisted it. So I think, yeah, in this situation we have ruse on everybody. I probably would have given the defense sword to the ninja. Alright, test swing. 1 hit, 1 damage. Out comes Crack. Down goes Asher. Another fade. Well, the first fade.
Do you have locks? Because that looked a little dodgy.
Mm-hmm. He did pick up single target lock. It does share a slot with Temper, and the power bonk on the knight, sabering up that katana. Invis 2 comes out. We're going to get to evade cap one way or the other, except on that ninja. Now we're going to temper and power bonk. Saber, my bad. So, playing it safe. Lightning 2, that's a free round.
Yeah, if you've got the time to set up, it's pretty good with this kind of party. So.
Yep, looks like it's Invis 2 and swings. Let's see what those sabers did for that katana and X-Cal. 3 hit 76, that's not good.
3 hits 508, alright, that's much better.
Yeah, so lean in, all in on that ninja. Even the knight is just standing back watching. 5 hits, 805. Dengwoo. I'm going to say it pulls off a big upset here. Spellzapp ranked number 2 on the SRL boards. GG's to Dengwoo. Spellzapp. Still gonna finish this out. I mean, that's Spellzapp at 2-2 is probably the scariest concept I've seen so far in the spring tournament. Holy crap! Holy crap! All right.
Get here for an interview. Let me update the old spreadsheet here.
The bracket busts continue for, I'm sure, that pick'em. What a race!
Yeah, there's a lot of red in this pick'em.
That's the thing about this week. All these 2-1 matchups that with runners that deservedly should be, 3-0, now 4-0. Like, this is remarkable. And Spellzapp here coming up on carry 2. Didn't see much from her. Lightning 3, that's fine. We got the 3 ribbons, but he didn't get the 3rd ribbon out of the volcano, so only the 2 ribbons here for Spellzapp. That could be a little dicey if we don't move that ribbon onto the ninja when we get to that crack chaos. Alright, I'm gonna kick Dengwoo an invite. Alright, there he is. Let's go ahead and get him up here. To the man of the hour, GG Dengwoo.
I'm like, what just happened? Wait, please tell me Spellzapp forgot to hit the start button, didn't actually race and gave me a 20-minute handicap, right?
Ooh, Kraken 2 just threw out nuclear on Spellzapp. You did not see that.
That's because I one-rounded it.
I think that the big difference here, Dengwoo, you played this seed, you played this party comp very well. The early Saria grind was the advantage that you carried through the whole game. You went into Mirage Sky around the same time that Spellzapp did, but Spellzapp had cleared Ordeals and Waterfall before you got there. But he was also, you were level 17-ish going in there, and he was level 11. So I think that was the big difference here. And he got to Sky 2, got the Oxyale, and was trying to walk it out and hit unrunnable metal slimes. And he ran a petrified white mage through the whole seed, so he only had the 1 Fade caster and was pretty resource deprived coming through Sky, and it just... yeah, it was pretty scary. But Spellzapp here taking on Tia 2. We didn't see too much out of Tia. Looks like she's got some absorb. That katana wielding ninja is going to get the job done if we can get some crits and tempers into it. So he ended up having to reset. It was a Nightmare Evilman fight that got him, and it was just draining him. So he reset out, lost all that progress, lost all those levels, and then I won't say he went full tilt, but he had like sort of the rug pulled out from underneath him, and then went to Marsh, found loose TNT, went and turned that in, and got stopped at the bottle because he did not have the floater. He never went to Sky 3 and got the crystal, or had the knowledge that it was there until his second dive into Sky. But then he went to Marsh Bottom and found the Masa. So we were wondering if that in-game weapon compared to your Ice Sword was going to be the difference here. But you dug up a Sun Sword, and then you dug up the X-Cal, and it didn't really matter because the Katana was all you really needed.
Oh, the Katana did work on Chaos. I was so happy. I was like, yes!
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, it was you taking the time to grind that paid out really well for you, both before and after promotion. Because this wasn't a floater required seed, and we were almost wondering if Spellzapp was going to do this floater list, but he did end up getting the crystal and going to Matoya. But he's hitting that same double iron goal that you got.
I thought I was going to lose when I ran into that double iron goal. I was like, no, he's going to not done because of this ahead of me. No!
There were a couple times you played fast and loose with your strategies, sort of like memeing, and here's Spellzapp's victory lap. You earned it, buddy. But there was also the instance where Spellzapp took a tough wipe out of ice. He did not go. He went there pre-promotion, so had to go through the whole thing. Got the rod, cleared through some boxes, found a second katana, and was on his way out and hit the wizards, which you didn't see, that they had death touch. So that cost him. He wiped out of ice, so that cost him, and then he had to go back in, get it, and just run out. So there were a lot of things that it was one of those seeds where Spellzapp ran into a lot of adversity that you didn't, but I wouldn't say that was necessarily luck as much as that grind and on the story has paid off. But
Yeah.
here come.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, there's the zap from Chaos. Everybody survives it, and we're going with a wizard stick on Spellzapp's side. So going ruse, trying to confuse Chaos. Now we're having fun with it. Gonna keep the wizard stick coming as we get to evade cap on the white wizard and ninja. Wizard stick not working. Switching to power bonks. There's the second zap, and down goes Dan. So, gonna cure 3 the ninja. And we're gonna do another power bonk. So we know that this Chaos did not have a ton of HP, and he's put a lot of power bonks now. This is the third one into that katana. So, Spellzapp prepared to show us what this katana can do. Swing there for 2, it's for 288. This Chaos had a ton of evasion. And we're going fades and swings. Fade for 134, another swing from the katana, and it misses. Whoa. And there's another zap. So 3 zaps from Chaos.
I mean, he's going against Spellzapp, right?
And there's the... Chaos showing off the Spellzapp as Spellzapp takes it down with a fade, and Spellzapp finishes with a time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, 4 seconds. Get those GGs in chats for Spellzapp. And we're going to see if we can get him in here.
I want to watch this back because I'm going to be completely honest. The way I played, I was like, there's just no way this, like, that early... The mummy grind in Earth, I'm like, this is so dumb just to get fade charges. This is absolutely dumb. And then I went to Volcano. I was like, you know what? I just left. Out of nowhere, I'm just like, we're going to go to Volcano. And I did the Sorry grind. I'm like, you know what? Let's go to Ordeals. And then I went to Mirage. I'm like, I'm all over in this place right now.
All right, we are joined in the booth by Spellzapp. Spellzapp, tough loss there, man. GG's on that. That was pretty tough to watch sometimes, man.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
It was tough to get off the ground, I think. Lost a bunch of levels that sort of came back to bite me later on.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that's all you can say about it. I mean, I knew that once I saw the Oxiel in Sky, and then I went back and turned in Herb, and I was like, okay, well, that's all I needed. But I need to solve the Sky issue and not get destroyed by unrunnables the next time I go up. So I was looking around for stuff to do. Marsh paid out, at least. You were right about Marsh.
Yeah, it got you the Masa, got you the bottle, which we figured out would have turned into the opal bracelet. It was a seed that I think you guys. It wasn't as challenging, I think, as it presented itself. I think a lot of it was just the early adversity, like you said, of the lack of sweeper magic across your party, or no good item magic apart from that light axe. How did you guys feel about the draft? I know there was some, we were joking around a little bit in the SRL room about taking Fighter Thief or White Mage Thief, and I had a feeling those were not actually going to manifest. But how did you guys feel running this sort of awkward party comp?
It was fine. I think you'd fade at a decent spot. I just needed to keep my levels was really the main problem.
Yeah. And I told Dengwoo when he joined us, the biggest difference here was when you broke out of the Inner Sea and went and did ordeals and your ice cave play and all those the little mini dungeons, Dengwoo spent some time in Volcano, and on the fire tile was 4 Sorias. So he had a little grind there to get to like level 16, 17 across the board, and then he went eventually to Sky. And y'all were both in Sky at the same time, both getting chewed up by unrunnables on Sky 2. But Dang, having kept 4 up the whole time, had a little bit more resources and was able to get to Sky 3 and get that crystal out as well on his first dive, where he was finding the crystal around the same time that you reset out after the Nightmare Evilmen.
And like the 10-minute battle of holding A against metal slimes. Great times.
Yeah, I was in the same boat.
Yeah. I don't really have any questions for you guys, other than, like I said, the party comp stuff. But Edge, what do you got for our runners here?
Would you prefer an incentivized mage staff instead of a Thor hammer?
Oh yeah.
Yes, for that seed, yes, please.
I mean, just in general.
I mean, okay, so as Caleb said, I ran my 2 white mages. I still went through like 9 or 10 of those in that dive. Mm-hmm. And then it was just like they were beefy enough where the fade, if it didn't roll high enough, wasn't killing them. So I was like, okay, I'm checking my last chest. I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm like 5-6 steps away from Sky 1. And I'm like, of course you would be unrunnable again. And there's 4 of you.
Yeah, I was curious about that. I was just saying, you're out of fades. You should stop checking chests. Just get off the floor with the metal slimes. Then you went for the upper left boxes.
I really did too. I got greedy. Okay, I like treasure chests. I like presents.
I like opening boxes. That's why I play randomizers.
Your greed chests in the end game paid out huge. We saw Spellzapp open the 4 boxes to get the defense, but Spellzapp, what you missed was in the Sharknado room. You checked the first free one, but the second free one in the middle there was the dragon armor. Would have been a huge difference, and you also got rewarded with the free Excal that the vampire was protecting. So
they had swords for everybody after that. That nice.
All those. Yeah, I asked aloud in chat, and now you got the Minochi White Wizard Samurai that you can go with.
The Excal was definitely a big find for me, because the Excal basically carried me up until Chaos, and then the katana sliced and diced the Chaos. So
Yeah, this was a lot of fun to call. There was a lot of adversity in the early game, and we had a couple people joining chat midway through, and they're like, "What kind of seed roll did Spellzapp and Dengwoo are orbless at an hour 20?" So, what was going through your mind as you were hitting that hour 20, hour 30 mark? Were you thinking that? What were you thinking the other person was doing? Because I'm sure you both felt behind once that hour mark hit.
Yeah, the FC bot leaving the channel and coming back was not doing wonders for my mental health there.
Yeah, I was thinking
really
that
wasn't.
too. Yeah.
It really wasn't. I mean, it was bad enough because when I walked out of Sky, I was like, I don't have the exit because you saw me. I traveled out of Volcano and I went all the way to Crescent. I was like, okay, I'm level 16. I got the exit spell, and I forgot that it was the promotion locked. So in my walk of shame, I left to somewhere other location. But then the walk out of Sky after barely escaping, I guess you want to call it, I keep looking at text chat for the next 35 minutes like, is he done? Is he done yet? Is he done yet? Is he done yet? I know this is Spellzapp. He's gonna done. I know he's gonna do it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't. So I was like, okay, he must have ran into some nasty stuff. Because, I mean, it's possible, because I said if he didn't find the Sarias early enough, I think he can run into some nasty stuff, because a lot of things were hitting hard, even with the equipment I had at my levels, and they were critting hard. So, if he ran into anything like that, you could definitely have a really hard time, which apparently happened.
Yeah, I think if anything, Dengwoo, you're gonna have a lot of people in that 2-2 pool real mad at you that Spellzapp is stuck in their pool. So Spellzapp 2-2. How do you readjust and try to avoid the last chance qualifier? I mean,
Avoid? I'm going for it, man. I'm going right into that last chance qualifier. Smash the competition. Come all the way from the last chance qualifier to win it all.
I love it. The Cinderella story, just like last year with St. Von Jester.
He's planning this all out. He wants all the SRL points.
I appreciate it. And I'm not going to lie, racing against Spellzapp is always a lot of fun. I enjoy him. Or I enjoy talking to Spellzapp and stuff like that. So, GG to you, Spellzapp.
GG, dang. GG.
Yes, this was a lot of fun to call. And it was something else. But before we get out of here, Edge, did you have any other questions for our runners?
No, I think that about covers it. Just let me say thanks to Danny once again, Tracker Supreme, doing
Absolutely.
a great job.
Yeah. I do want to let folks know that we have a couple races still coming tonight on Randomania 4. You can see Ali Song and Demon RHK, both runners looking for their first win. Both Ducks. You should definitely check that out. Watch them. Support the newer players. Then at 9 o'clock Eastern on Randomania Prime, Cheesinator and Dimmarine. Cheesinator looking to continue his run through the Swiss at 3-0. Dimmarine looking again to continue her run at 3-0. That could be a bracket preview. That's a good matchup there. And then tonight on SG2 at 9:30 Eastern, Asher 1611, the flag crafter himself, is taking on the reigning spring tournament champion Crab Cakes. That's going to be a good one. Crab Cakes took a tough loss to Cheesinator in week 2 and bounced back against Ragnarok last week in a race down to the finish, in one of the jettest seeds I've ever seen. That both runners finished within a minute of each other, under the hour 15 mark. So that's going to be a good one there too. So be sure to check out those races. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Get set up with that spectator role. Thank you, Edge, so much for doing comms with me. Thank you, Spellzapp and Dengwoo, for putting on a show, having fun with it. Being the true sportsmen you guys are. I love it. And once again to Danny for tracking. We'll see you guys next time. We'll get out of here.